What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and this video is going to pertain just different clips throughout the week of just smaller bits of me finishing the car and some of the other build that is going on with Mike's car and what he's doing overall with the old motor and stuff like that. So I hope you guys kind of enjoy that, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so part of Mustang week prep, just overall general stuff I wanted to do. Got these in last night from Circuit Racing or whatever they are. Around like 30 bucks. So I did the other side already. They're just going to replace the acorn nuts right here, and they fit pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side done and I'll show you. So there you go. These fit perfect. 17, these were 19. They're regular just Ford acorn lug nuts. And as you can see, I didn't want all that exposed. For one, I think it looks ugly, and for two, I just really didn't want it exposed. So this pretty much does the job. Doesn't have end cap, but looks a lot better. You know, kind of blends in with the black R and all that. But yeah, that's one part of Mustang week prep, I guess. All right, guys. So this is the finished product. Nothing exciting. To me, it's much better looking than what I said previously was on these, and I already made a video or talked about it in a video. These just look hell of a lot better than what I had before on there. Another thing that I did. Nothing super exciting, but I replaced these last night. So all three are just LED. Got them off Amazon, super cheap. And I got every single one of them just right, so I didn't have to flip around the LED or whatever. So, you know, the magic touch, I guess. And all you do is just pop this out. That one goes in the middle, and there's 3 screws that hold this up. Just, you have to pull that down, unplug it, and the hardest thing is just basically trying to get it plugged back in because the cord is so short. But the next thing I'm gonna do, I got these, I already said a couple days ago, like 2 days ago. I think later this evening I'm gonna pull this out, pop this out, and then change these with the LEDs so it's a lot brighter anyways, and it looks better. But I forgot, you know, I haven't driven this car in like 3 years, every day or so, whatever. I drive it a couple days a week just to work and to the gym and stuff like that. But, you know, I forgot how crappy the lighting was overall. But, you know, things are coming together. The next thing that I want to do is, I don't even know if you can tell, but, oh yeah, you can. Just these little, you know, whatever's in the tent, you know, bubbled and all that, that's got to get fixed. I don't think it's going to get fixed before Mustang week, honestly, but that's just something that really needs to be done. And I hopefully will tackle tinting these this weekend before Mustang week to get this thing all together. It doesn't need to be washed too. So it sits under a tree or whatever that's from my neighbor's yard almost, that comes like over to our driveway a little bit. And that's just all that shit from that. But yeah, overall, it's looking good. So it's coming along slowly. And I'm hoping this weekend the weather will be fairly nice. Probably in the evening, I'm going to try to like just tackle this, painting this, you know, that's the big thing I want to get done. It's just painting this. That's the biggest thing on my list. So hopefully I'll get that done. Yeah, so that's it for this part of the video, and hopefully there'll just be a couple more things I post in this video, and basically just, you know, a day or two of filming, just short clips. But yeah. All right, so this was the original motor that's now been torn down that was in my car, the first go around for the Coyote swap. I mentioned or showed this in a previous video last week, I believe. So it is fixable, actually, and it's gonna go to the machine shop pretty soon.
I have to pick up the cylinder head for the Challenger. When I pick that up next week, we're gonna drop this off. But yeah, not a $10,000 repair.
That one person
more
commented.
More like an $800 repair. But I don't know if I'm gonna go upsize in pistons yet. So.
You're gonna get the
but
head.
They said that they could actually just fucking hone it right back out.
Mm-hmm.
The gouge in the side, wherever it went, right here. They could actually hone that back out and let her rip.
And then you're already looking for a new head, anyways, or new heads for it.
Owen, I think, is getting ready to order it right now, and I gotta just find a new set of pistons for it.
And you gotta. I remember this motor cost me near $7,000 with the control pack, so it's like gets to live on in someone else's car.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 2011.
So there you go. It's gonna be in a V6 Mustang. It's gonna be swapped over to a 5.0. But yeah, that's it. This is the original teardown. Just cover that back up, because you know water might get into it. Little mishap with my 5.3 engine. I bought a
fucking lie.
Yeah, I bought a 5.3 with a blown head gasket, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, so there you go with that. Alright guys, so like I said, this video is just going to pertain a bunch of stuff that I'm doing for Mustang Week. So I installed the LEDs on the cluster gauge. It's a lot brighter. So these are supposed to be the LED white. I'm not really satisfied with the color. It's the factory color, I believe. It's actually much brighter, and I did the dimming a little bit. So it dims it a little bit, but not too much. But it's, you know, it's much brighter than it was. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep these, or I guess I might. They really weren't that much. I think it was like $10 from Amazon. And I don't know, I kind of like the blue, the ice blue look. That's what I was thinking this one was supposed to be. Yeah, so you go, that's a lot brighter. I don't even, camera won't, there you go. It's a lot brighter than stock. I'll give it that. Yeah, I don't know. I might change it out. You know, I'm not going to order them right now. This was honestly a hassle to kind of do, and I'll show you. So let me turn on the light, because I, for some reason, like doing stuff at nighttime. So to take this out was pretty easy, but if you look in the back side right here, these little things where the light bulb is. If you have ever taken a cluster gauge out for these Mustangs, I had to take pliers to take each bulb out, and then take the bulb out with a little screwdriver. So they were pretty, I don't know if they've actually have ever been changed. This is not the factory one. As you can see, I got this actually with the Mach 1 face swap, so, or the overlay, I mean. But, so they were a little bit, you know, it takes like 10 minutes to get this whole thing out, in and out with 4 screws. But yeah, that's what that is. I think I'm just going to keep it and ride with it for now, and I might change it later, just because I was hoping to match that, if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah. All right, so this is what I was talking about right here. These were in there really, really good. All 5 of them, even the bulbs. So that took me about probably 10 minutes to just fighting with every single one of these. But if you don't know how to get a cluster gauge out, this is how you get it out. So there's 4 screws in the back there. You got to unplug these 2 connectors. You got to tilt the steering wheel, pull the steering knob off. And there's 2 bolts up here. These were, I think, T20s. And then you got this little guy right here. Yeah, that guy right there. And it's held on, I think, by 6 or 8 screws. So it's these right here. And I don't even know what size those are. But yeah, so I'm just going to put this thing back together. Alright guys, cutting back to the cluster gauge just real quick. I like how it looks. I might get the blue later on, just switch it out. I honestly don't feel like doing it again. But yeah, so here you go. It looks much brighter, and that is the actual mileage for this car. 354,000 miles on this car. Crazy that this car still is up and going. But that's the kind of blue that I was trying to go for, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. It's much brighter. So that's gonna do it for this video. This is basically just a first part little series, not even a series, just a little first part content video for prepping for Mustang Week, and there will be more to come. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Alright guys, so there you go. Doors off. Interior. So this has been going on for the past few days. Swapping everything from this car to this car. Brought out the LEDs. So there you go. I was gonna say does the world want to know, I guess, what the plan is for this car?
Not yet. I don't know what it is.
Well, you gotta have some type of idea, like
It'll go quickly.
the TR 6060. I know you're looking at. What about what about motor?
Don't know yet.
What options?
Oh, it's an LS.
What's your favorite LS?
At this point, my favorite LS is what is in my budget.
That's true.
Like the LQ9 sitting in the garage.
And for people that don't know what an LQ9 is,
it is a 6-liter LS.
one of the big boy ones.
Yep.
And also some good news on the what I mentioned on this video already, that the old motor that was in my car, you already ordered the head for. Comes with the valve springs, the cylinder, or the cam.
A complete head.
So with that being said, how much do you think you're looking at for the old doctor to fix it?
A couple $100.
And then after all said and done, less than $2,000?
Yes.
There you go.
I'm hoping.
Well, you know,
Putting the lid upside down?
we've already looked at it, so it should be all ready to go.
No, you're gonna have to edit that one out. I tried to put that in upside down. That's pretty funny.
Oh no, we're gonna leave it in. This channel's not big enough for people to like.
For retards like me.
Exactly.
Well, you'll have the YouTube hate control on you for that one.
It's later in the video. I don't care. I'm not getting viral for any means of this car or this channel. This channel's so small. But yeah, so this is where this car's come along. And what I like that you mentioned you're gonna do is have the heads-up display on this.
It's already installed.
Well, there you go. You beat me to it. And
Already installed. Yeah, it's a 2010. They didn't offer that.
but the option was there, but or like
No, they didn't. They didn't. So
the interior part was there, right? But they didn't offer it.
This is a RS2 SS Camaro, and it's fully optioned with this.
With the
But the heads-up display wasn't available until 2011, so we took it out of that one.
Yep, so
Which that one is probably going to become either a factory car or a drift car. Because I give up with the damn title on that car.
yeah,
I'm gonna
so
strip it down, tubular it, and then we'll just beat the shit out of it until it's dead. Anybody needs an engine, I got one. The engine and transmission for that thing are in excellent shape. It's just, you know, people think that shit falls from the heavens, so I should just give it the fuck away.
yeah, it's you know, I've been through the marketplace like that recently with, you know, selling brand new stuff and used Mustang stuff that's, you know, barely used. It's people want to either for free or they want you to like meet them and it's, you know, drive all the way to them instead of you like, no, it's local pickup or I'll meet somewhere like within 20 minutes of where I live or something. But
yeah, absolute fucking headache, man. Absolute fucking headache.
oh, for sure. So, but at least you got this one going, and then there's a possible another project that.
Yeah, there might be something else in the works, which, you know, worst case, it'll become the second donor to this guy.
Exactly, just another Camaro, but it's a whole different story for another time.
Yeah, we'll introduce that when later down the road.
So, I guess the last part, honestly, is I did mention I made that video on the 5.4.
Oh yeah, that's going up for sale for sure.
Okay, so you made the decision to sell it.
Yeah, I really just, you know, the fun of it was to build it with my kids, and I did that. But, you know, it's not really what I'm looking for. It's not nearly as comfortable as this is, as a Camaro is. I think it's because this is a fatty girl.
Yeah.
These things are fucking heavy. And they handle a hell of a lot better.
I mean, it's essentially the 5.4 is like a, I want to say almost, besides motor and trans, it's like a copycat of my car. We share the same color of the car, you know.
Yeah, we're constantly trading parts back and forth.
Yeah, but the whole suspension is the exact same, front to rear, you know, from the control arms to the K-member. So it's, you know how it's going to handle. It's going to be noisy. It's a glorified Fox body, but I love the new edge look, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm definitely wanting to sell it. I need to free up money. There's a lot of money tied up in that car.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like I said, I remember when it was just I think a block into the red car and then swapped over to the silver one.
Yeah, that poor red car, man. She was a good mule. Till I got in it one day and there was 4 inches of fucking water on the driver's side.
It's like mine. I just, you know, what I did last night. There wasn't that much water. It was, let's try to prevent that. Old Cedric's parts on my car, you know. Hopefully it worked out.
The curse of Cedric returns.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna watch the video and be like, "You fuckers."
Oh yeah, no, he watches the video. He'll send me Snapchat sometimes with like the picture of like the video up or something like that. But yeah, so I guess when Cedric does see this, I have your rear quarter panels, and I had to go back and rear sales.
Yeah.
I had to go back and take each window out the quarter glass and permatex the so it wouldn't leak.
The window gasket.
Yeah.
That was entertaining.
It was a fun 2 hours, you know, doing it at night too with the LED bar that's in the Camaro right now.
Yeah. My ambient light so that maybe they can see us on film.
Exactly. No, it's, you know, having a newer iPhone, I think this is a 14 Pro Max, really helped, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a long video.
It might be.
But.
You might get some money for this one.
I don't know.
Good.
We'll see. Well, I mean,
we got to pay for an engine.
I'll monetize it, yeah. If anybody wants to watch this video, give it a thumbs up and share it.
Hey, and if they want to donate an LS7, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll put one in. I won't cry about it.
For sure. Anything else, Ad? That's all I got.
I ain't got shit.
All right. Well, here you go, guys. That's what's happening with this car, to this car, to another car maybe, and Cedric's curse on my car, and the old motor's okay, and it's going to go into a 2011. It's sitting all the way over there, so I'm not walking over to it. And
yeah, that's going to butthurt a lot of people.
It is. And the 5.4. So that's your updated news.
Make your offers.
And it runs. It drives.
It runs, it drives, it needs a tune, that's it.
Yep. And yeah, in my car. So that's where we're at. So it's going to fast forward, or not fast forward, it's going to hop to the other clip where I already filmed it and how I'm going to end this video. So yeah. Let's go to that clip. All right, guys, so diving into the portion of this video that has to do with my car. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to get this hood painted. It's not a deal breaker by any means. It is a deal breaker in my world because I wanted to take this car down to Mustang Week, of course, being all one color. Granted, you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. The weather just hasn't been really favorable during the day. It's been hot, and you know, I don't want to really mess it up for the first time of like kind of painting something on my own that's as big as this. You know, it's not a huge project, but it's, you know, it's still, I don't want to kind of waste the money and just mess it up because I'm going to do it on my own. I'm not going to, you know, I pretty much have done the recent stuff on this car on my own, finishing it up and stuff like that. But, you know, if it doesn't go down matching all silver, that's okay. This winter, or like fallish winter, I'm going to find somebody that can paint this car basically. Just taking like the side scoops and the panels off, like the spoiler, just painting it all, you know, the whole car one color so it doesn't look, I mean, you can tell that the door, everything up from the door to the front fender is a little darker, and everything from like the rear quarter panel back is a little lighter, and that just happens when you repaint stuff like that and even blend it. But, you know, having, I guess, like a professional person that does it for a living or just is super good at it, they'll be able to fix that, you know, just the scratches and stuff like that on the bumper, all that stuff like that. So that's going to be something taken care of. I forgot about tinting the taillights. That's not a big deal to me. I could probably knock that out this week or something. I want to get the windows re-tinted, get all the old tint off, Let's see. Yeah, just basically I want to take care of this car basically and just get it all painted. I'm on the fence about either going with a factory color, which is for this car is the factory code is YN. It's like a silver metallic, or going with a 2015 and up kind of silver, which is much cleaner in my opinion. It's just like, it's brighter, I guess, if you want to say. So I'm thinking about that, keeping the car silver, but just like a different shade of it, a much like poppier kind of silver. I really like that, and I haven't seen a new Edge with that type of silver. The silver metallic's nice, and I'm sure all brand new paint and stuff like that, it would look really, really good. There's a Terminator that is in Richmond. I don't know who owns it, but they go to Cars and Coffee from what I've seen the past few times I've been there, and I've walked up to his car like that and, you know, just kind of admiring the Terminator, I guess. You know, I like those cars. But to see his paint's like super clean for being a 20-year-old car at this point, it's, you know, but I don't know. So the things that I have gotten done with this car, the biggest things that I got done weren't like a huge to-do list, but it was annoying. I did both inner fender liners today. You can kind of see it, I guess. I'm not going to really show it off or something, but I got them from American Muscle a couple years ago, and they're not the OE or OEM ones, so you have to fight with them. They don't fit properly or line up properly, so, you know, OEM's the best way to go, and I thought American Muscle would sell that, but, you know, when I bought it, it was like $30 a side, so it took me an hour to do both sides, which isn't really bad, but it was annoying. The biggest thing I had to do, so both sides of the rear sail panels of the rear quarter windows were leaking. So what I want to do eventually, before getting this car like wholly painted, is get the Terminator side skirts, and I want to look for the Mach 1 sail panels, or the rear sails or whatever, just brand new sail panels overall, I guess. Or I just might go back to the GT ones. These are off the 94, 95 blue 5.0. Cedric's old car, the blue one that I did on my channel like 4 or 5 years ago. That car was in an accident, and he swapped everything over to, I think, a 96 Cobra. And water kept like just dripping down both sides, I guess from like the top right here when I would wash and stuff like that. So I, you know, took these off. I thought it was missing bolts or something, because I didn't put them in, and I was like trying to figure that out. And I did all of that yesterday and the day before, so I wasted some good time on that, and you know, replaced it with all new hardware and stuff like that, which is probably better that I did anyways. And then it was still leaking, so come to find out, it was what I thought it was, the windows. The top bolt right here was broken off, and then the same on the other side. So what I had to do was Permtex or whatever it is, I went to Advance, pulled both windows off, and just adhesive. I'm hoping it works. I'm just like a 24-hour cure, so I did this last night. 90 minutes to like attach itself fully, and then it takes 24 hours to cure. Probably like in an hour it will have been 24 hours. I guess you just test it out, whatever. If it leaks, I just don't care at this point right now. But it's not like a huge leak. It's just, you know, periodically, if it were to rain all night, it would, you know, add up water, I guess. But that was a fun job. It was like a 3-hour job. You know, taking it off, putting everything back together like 3 times, but I got super fast at it. It was just the biggest headache overall. It was something that I really wasn't expecting to do or have to do, but you know, earlier or last week or whatever, got the fog lights hooked up, so the splash guards are there, inner fender liners or whatever. So the car is actually just like all ready to go for Mustang Week and just for the future. The biggest headaches are out of the way of the stuff that I just wanted to get done. I found some more interior pieces, like just little trim pieces that I needed instead of having to order. Found them in the trunk or whatever, granted. So overall, yeah, I'm really satisfied. So I'm only going down to Mustang Week for 3 days, I believe. Try to go for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know a lot of the events happen earlier in the week, and people are down there now. You know, I just don't have the time this week, and I've been, you know, just kind of prepping this car. I know next year, the way that the car will become, like, is this time going down isn't what I want it to be, but it's, you know, it's running and stuff like that. So it's going to be the first time I've taken it to Mustang Week since 2016, which was, you know, a fun event. The last time I actually went was in 21. I was supposed to take this car when the motor died. the day before leaving for Mustang week when the AC was being dropped in, the valve dropped. But, you know, here we are. AC coming up this week. Probably leaving Wednesday, show up Thursday. And we'll hit up some Mustang stuff and get some content out there. That'll be, you know, pretty cool and stuff like that. But I think it's just going to be really cool to showcase this car. And, you know, it's not perfect. It's not in the perfect condition or whatever. But, hey, it's running. And it's just unique to me. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this little portion up of mine with that. And before I wrap this video up, to give you guys a little context of what's going on with the Camaro, the interior and stuff like that, I'm about actually to head over Mike's to film the last part of this video. That will be before this part that you're watching, you know. But so he is still deciding what he wants to do with it. Throw a TR6060 in it. He was looking at one on Jegs. I guess what to do with both cars. He was going to have the car that he swapped all the interior over to, and the video will explain it, or the part that I show you, obviously. But so he's still deciding what he wants to do. I still believe the 5.4 is going up for sale. He just hasn't touched the car, drive it or whatever. But that's a whole different story for another time. I made a video on it last week, and I will make one when he's ready to kind of just get into that and talk about that. But so my old motor, he went ahead and ordered the head that he needed to do, and for it, he had somebody look at the engine or something like that, and they're going to fix everything for it. And it's not going to cost a lot. So the damage that was done to the motor isn't going to be probably more than $2,000 after all said and done with the new head and everything put on. So that old engine, I'm really happy to see, is actually going in a 2011 V6 Mustang that they're swapping over. So that is actually really cool to see. So hopefully I'll be able to make some content on that or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to Mike's. Done talking about my car, so I'm going to figure out if I'm going to have time this week to paint the hood and get that all done. And yeah, so hopefully next time I see or post a video, it'll be probably earlier this coming week, and then a couple Mustang week videos. And yeah, we're going to be back here, and then we're going to decide what we're going to do next for the car. So I will catch you guys later. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.